Hey guys, what's going on? VTech here with another video. This time we're going to cover Commando healing. So anyway, long story short, this video is more for a beginner, somebody who wants to get into Commando healing, somebody that doesn't know about Commando healing, or let's say you play DPS and you want to switch over. It's up to you. If you're looking more for, if you're an advanced player, you're a seasoned player, if you're looking for some action, that'd be the next video, which is where we're going to take this Commando healer actually out into a war zone and see how it performs. So anyway, once again, this is a video for beginners to get into Commando healing. Alright, so let's get right into it. So we pretty much have 4 main spells, healing spells, and then pretty much 2 AoEs. The 5th one, which would be Med Shot, is just pretty much, I mean it does heal, but it's more for building stacks of supercharge, and it's also like how a, let's say a scoundrel or an operative uses diagnostic scan or whatever. It's to regain energy. So that's pretty much how we use MedShot. So anyway, let's get right into them. First we got Medical Probe, we got Advanced Medical Probe, Successive Treatment, back to Infusion. So Medical Probe is 18 energy, cast time is 1.3 seconds, no cooldown, 4,300 to 5,500 on the heal. And that pretty much looks like this. So we can spam that a couple times. The next one is Advanced Medical Probe. It's 20 energy. Cast time is 1.8 seconds with a 9-second cooldown, but it pretty much heals for double. It's like 8,600, 9,800, somewhere around, or to 10,000. I apologize. Pretty much so. That's what we have there, and that looks like this. So we hit that. Of course, now it's on cooldown. Next is Successive Treatment. It's 20 energy through the total channel to 2.2 seconds. Got a 13-second cooldown. 10.8k one friendly target within 20 meters with each tick for 2650 for a total of 4 targets on the final tick. This is pretty much an AoE version of the Sage's healing trance. So how that looks is I'm targeting myself, right? And I'm going to hit it. It's a channel ability, but it's also going to start healing around people. So there's that. It's one of my favorite spells. We have Back to Infusion, which is no energy. It's an instant 19-second cooldown, 5,500 to 6,700 pretty much on the heals. And that pretty much looks like this. And every time you hit Back to Infusion, it's going to trigger an automatic instant advancement. Burst healing is obviously something you want to do. You can do Back to Infusion to Advanced Medical Probe, to a Successive Treatment, which would be a channeled ability, or to a Medical Probe. It's up to you. What I like to do every now and then for burst healing is, let's say, who's that person? I'll just do it myself. Alright. So let's say I'm in the shit. I will go ahead and use Tech Override and Reserve Power Cell, which will give me an instant and also not cost me any energy at all for 3 instant heals. And then I almost want to say 4 instant heals because it's almost a 4th instant heal, but the 4th one is going to be Successive Treatment, which is pretty much my channel ability. So I'll show you how that works. So for in the shit moments of shit, we need a burst heal. We're going to hit Back to Infusion, Advanced Medical Probe, pop 2 instants and no energy cooldowns here for an instant Medical Probe, and then right to Successive Treatment, which also heal people around me. So for burst healing, I think that's pretty good. We have that, and then of course lastly we have Med Shot, which Med Shot pretty much looks like that. That's that green beam. Quite honestly, I like it, and then I don't like it. It's one of those things that you just around and because sometimes when I'm in a war zone and shit's getting real heavy, will lose where somebody's at. So okay, where is this person at? So I'll click them, and then I will hit Med Shot, and this green beam will tell me exactly where they're at, which is good. The problem is if your opposing team has not seen you heal yet, your chances are they have. But if they haven't seen you heal yet, well, now they know you're a fucking healer. No doubt about that. So that's kind of like one of those things. It's almost like, it's like at work. We have this fucking company I work for. They're crazy, man. Long story short, sometimes we're on top of a 6-foot ladder or 10-foot ladder, and they want us to use fall protection. For those of you guys that don't know what that is, pretty much it's a fucking little chain thing with a clip on it that I have to clip to the ladder. So the thing that sucks is if I'm on the fucking ladder and then I fall, this little clip is going to ensure that the ladder falls right on fucking top of me. So that's kind of like this thing here. It's going to let you know, like, oh shit, okay, he's right here, he's a fucking healer, you know? So anyway, so we have that, and then of course we have Supercharge. Supercharge, what does that do? Increases healing done by 5%, and healing scan, no cooldown, and generates 5 less heat. or I'm sorry, I said healing scan, motherfucker. See, I got confused with Merc healing. I apologize. Advanced medical probe has no cooldown anymore, and it generates 5 less heat. So let's see what that is about. So just so you guys see, advanced medical probe. There we go. I'm on a fucking cooldown. I can't use it again. However, if I use supercharged, now I can use it, and goes again, and I can use it again, and I can get what, is that 5, 6 total out of it? 7? Okay, 6 or 7, depending on alacrity and shit like that. So, you know, it's really good. It increases your healing down by 5%. And also, it costs 5 less energy, so it would be 15 energy versus 20. So, we have that. We have Colto Bomb. Pretty much use on cooldown. It's an instant 5-second cooldown. Heals up to 8 meters for 2,000 to 3,200. This is our main AoE, and of course, I already showed you guys the last AoE. The other one is successive treatment. So, we pretty much have 2 AoEs. We have this guy here, and then we have this one here, which is the smart AoE. You see, still healed and shit. So those are pretty much our AoEs. Oh shit moments, which we'll cover here. We have concussive round, which, like I said, once again, it's oh shit moment. Here's the thing about concussive round. There's 2 ways to do this. Either A, there's a difference between this, or you can hit your tech override, which your next ability is an instant. So there's a difference between this and this. Okay, so concussive round really works well. I really like it. In fact, I just got this tuned to 65. We're here doing this video for you guys. But before we did this video, we went into a war zone, and my teammate, he was capping the node. And there was an enemy coming up, and he was going up the little stairs there, and I was able to pretty much do what I just showed you guys, tech override to concussive round, and it pretty much knocked him out, and then my partner was able to cap the fucking node before he can interrupt it. So there is a nice difference. It does help out, and it's a very, very good ability. So we have that. We have Adrenaline Rush, which, all honesty, I'm mixed with it. I like it. I don't like it. I like it because, well, it's a fucking, you know, keeps me up to 40%. I don't like it because sometimes it doesn't keep me up to 40%. I personally think it needs to tick a little faster. But some people say they like it where it's at. Some people fucking don't. It is what it is. But long story short, it's an instant 3-minute cooldown, monitors your health for up to 60 seconds, and when you drop below 40% health, it triggers and does its best to keep you at 40% health for 8 seconds. It will not exceed 40% health. So, I personally recommend you trigger this around the 30% range, because if you get down to like 10, 15, and then you trigger this shit, I don't think it's going to tick fast enough to keep you alive. So you experiment with that however you want, you use it however, but that's my words to you. Alright, then we have Electronet. Great for ball carriers. So, fires an Electronet that ensnares the target, reducing its movement speed by 50%, dealing 7,800 energy damage over 9 seconds. While affected, a target that moves takes 20% more damage from an Electronet, and this effect can stack up to 10 times on enemy players or 5 times on any other target. Additionally, the Electronet hinders the target, preventing the use of high mobility actions, escapes such as charges, vanishes, and speed boosts. Last 9 seconds. Okay, so this is something, obviously, even as a healer, when we're in HUD ball, we can throw this on the person carrying the ball. Okay, you get an annoying guy that's actually doing his fucking job, and he's coming at you in a war zone because you're a marked fucking healer, and he's all over your shit. Well, dude, use, let's say, Electronet, use it on him, and bounce the fuck out. Okay, so hit him with fucking Electronet, and motion around your ass back out. Or what I like to do is pretty much, I will hit concussion charge. Oh, I said that. I said that. I will hit concussion charge, which will knock his ass back to about here. Then I'll electrocute his ass, and then I will propulsion round my ass out. So, of course, some people say, well, you just used 3 cooldowns. Well, you kiss my ass because I was alive. Okay, I kept myself alive, which allowed me to keep my team alive, and that's what's important. So fuck all that other shit. Anyway, so we have hold the line, instant 45-second cooldown, grants 6 seconds of immunity from all movement impairing effects, knocks down physics, and increases movement speed by 30%. So this is once again, which happens every now and then, as a healer, sometimes they'll throw the fucking ball at you. You go, oh shit. So whenever there's a nice group, or they're trying to snare you, or all kinds of shit, or you know some shit's gonna pop off, you get to hold the line. You get right through it. So there's that. Disabling shot, of course, we got a nice little 4-second interrupt, and then of course we have cryo grenade, which does a little bit of damage, and then it's pretty much another stun for 4 seconds. So I said that wrong. It's not another stun. This is an interrupt, and this is a stun. So there we go. So disabling shot interrupts the target. Coral grenade actually stuns the target. All right, and then of course we have propulsion round, which I just showed you guys earlier. Here's our other. Oh, look at that. That leads me right to my next thing. See how I just clicked that shit? All right. So there's the pros and cons to propulsion round. For those of you, I mean, you know the warzones pretty well. I know the warzones pretty well. So for the most part, when you're doing some fucking damage, you can, you know, you're hitting onto you. You can propulsion round. You got to be careful with it, because if you're, as I did earlier, if you're like right here, you know, and there's this shit behind you, you're gonna end up jumping back and clipping this fucking thing. Or if you're like this and you clip an edge, you will get caught on it. Okay, that shit does happen. Which you'll end up doing this shit. You get caught on the fucking edge. See how like halfway I'm on the edge and then I'm not on the edge. So you know, you just gotta use it wisely. Okay. So we have that. As far as shields, what do we got for shields? Well, no sages, that's for damn sure. But we got trauma probe. Trauma probe pretty much deploys trauma probe around the target. That's 10 charges. And, oh sorry, I said that wrong. With 6 charges, that lasts up to 3 minutes. When the target is damaged, Trauma Probe loses 1 charge and heals the target for 1200. This effect cannot occur more than once every 3 seconds. A target may not have more than 1 Trauma Probe active at a time. So, that looks like this. Ooh, look at that. So, you can't have 2 stacks on there. As you can see right now, I have 7. And I don't have another 7 stack. But it will work with the Sage level, so you'll be good with that. And then for us, as the healer, as Commando, we have Reactive Shield. It's on a 2-minute cooldown. Increases damage reduction by 25% for 12 seconds. You'll see this in the next, in the actual Warzone gameplay. I kind of play a little different than most people do. A lot of people, as soon as they get in the oh shit moment, they start hitting all these fucking things. And I don't do that. So I wait till I absolutely need to use it, and then I will use it. Okay, so we have that. So that covers our shield. And then cleanses, we have Field Aid. Field Aid cleanses a friendly target for up to 2 negative tech or physical effects. Also heals for 1400 to 2500 and removes negative mental effects as well, which we gain that out of our nice talent tree. Okay? And speaking of talent tree, let's go ahead and get right into that shit. We're not going to go too crazy with it. We're not going to, you know, I'm not going to break down every single fucking thing. But for the most part, we got plus 5% and plus 10% healing when it comes to medical probe. That's what some of the things we picked up from the actual tree here. And then we have as far, field triage, which reduces the cost of advanced medical probe by 5 energy for 3 stacks. Which, as you can see, this is. Let me move this here real quick for you guys. And this is. Oh, you bitch. All right, let's go over here. Our advanced medical probe. And here's medical probe. So right now this thing costs, let's go ahead and use it. We'll look here. However, if we use medical probe and we're building stacks of supercharge, we're doing that. Builds 2 stacks per time you hit it. On the third one, this will glow, and you can only get up to 3 stacks of it. And then when we hit it, let's see, 95 from 100. So it only costs 5. Okay. And also by hitting medical probe, we gain charge barrier, which is a damage taken. It's a damage taken. That's up to 5 stacks. It won't go past 5 stacks. See, I keep refreshing it, but it doesn't go past 5. So let's go ahead and get into some of the procs and some of the burst healing and shit. Ooh, there's Rambo. All right. So let's say Rambo's in trouble, right? Rambo's trying to be fucking Rambo, and he's not fucking Rambo, but he's trying to be. So he's in trouble. Let's go ahead and get some burst down. First thing we're going to do is back infusion. Instant. We're going to do advanced medical probe. Why advanced medical probe? 2 reasons. 1, it's fucking instant. 2, they gain. Where are we at? Where is it? Where is it, you sucker? Oh, here we go. I'm looking at the wrong fucking toolbar. They gain invigorated, which healing received increased. Okay? So what we want to do is hit back infusion. Why? Because it's instant. Advanced medical probe. Now they gain healing increase, right? Invigorated. And at this point, we can either hit medical probe, or we can hit successive treatment, if there's a couple of people around, which chances are you're going to hit successive treatment. However, for some real fucking burst healing, you guys want to see real burst healing, we can use tech override, which pretty much makes our next ability an instant. And so pretty much what we get is an instant back to infusion. Then we're going to immediately hit Advanced Medical Probe. Then we're going to hit Tech Override, which will give us the next ability is going to be instant. And we're going to hit Medical Probe. And then we're going to hit Successive Treatment. Okay, I know that sounded like a lot of shit. But what we get out of this is one instant heal for, let's say, 6k. Another instant heal for, let's say, 9k. So that's 15k. Another fucking instant heal for, let's say, 5k. So that's 20k. And then, not quite instant, but a channeled heal for 10k. Plus, it's going to heal other people around him. So, I will show you exactly how that works. So, he's trying to be Rambo. Back to infusion. Advanced Medical Probe. Pop Tech Override. Medical Probe. Successful Treatment. So, Successful Treatment literally just healed his ass for 15k. Just on its own. And then heal me for 15k on its own. So, that's what I'm telling you. So, for burst healing, like I said, that's a good rotation right there. If you're low on energy, remember, med shot, that green beam, that shit's going to refill your energy, okay? I pretty much use Kolto Bomb here, the AoE that we have, our main AoE, on cooldown. I will use that shit on cooldown, okay? So we have that. If another, speaking of oh shit moments, let's say you're in the shit right now, this Rambo's actually Rambo and he's on your ass. One thing I like to do is I'll go ahead and concussion charge. Just like that. And then I will electronet. Okay. So the concussion charge is going to knock him back. What do we got? About 10 fucking meters or something like that. Well, it knocks him back. Yeah, somewhere around there. Probably, let me take a watch. Probably about, 10 meters. Somewhere, 10 to 15 meters. Somewhere around there. If you don't spec into it. And then when you do that, you're going to electronet him, right? Which is going to prevent them from jumping to you, leaping to you, or hollow, what's that shit called again? Hollow transverse or whatever it's called, to you. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to propulsion around back. Okay? So put a gnarly ass gap between you two, and hopefully that'll be good enough to get his ass off of you. Okay? So, last thing we're going to cover, like I said, I'm not going fully into this. We kind of went over some things here earlier. And the last thing is going to be, as far as utility points, this is my preference here. It'd be up to you. However, as a Commando healer, as a healer in general, I would recommend 3 that you need. The other ones, you can pick whatever the fuck you want. But 3 of them. One of them is Heavy Trooper. Increases endurance by 3% and all healing received by 3%. I don't see why anybody would fucking not have that. Okay. Next one is going to be Forced March. Allows full auto, Bolt Storm, and Successive Treatment to be activated while moving. That shit is very important. Healing on the move, as you can see, is very important. Okay. Next is Smoke Screen. Generates a smoke screen when used, keeping you from being left to or pulled and making you immune to interrupts and ability activation pushback for the next more second. The good thing about this, remember I explained earlier how I get rid of people? Okay. So how I get rid of them, concussion charge, electric. Okay. Now, the thing about that is, let's say you don't have electronet. Let's say it's not on cooldown because it's kind of on cooldown there. So it's on cooldown right now. At least you can knock his ass back. Concussion charge. Ass back. Okay. They can't lead you back. Alright. So anyway, I hope that kind of covered everything. This guy's asking me some questions here, which I'll answer in a minute. But anyway, I hope that helps you guys. If you guys like the video, stay tuned for the second part video. We'll go into about 5 minutes. Alright, so you guys have a good one. Talk to you later. If you guys like it, Thank you.